Hi guys, I'm just out on my travels here and I've came across a beautiful bit of beach, and I believe I've found the remnants of the salmon shoremen. So these are the shoremen that basically catch the salmon with the long nets on the beach. Yeah, there's mud weights and stuff lying around. Quite amazing actually. Mud weights are the same as mine actually. Lovely old boat here, beautiful. Just going to look under it. Oh yeah, it's a peach. And these are the guys that catch the salmon on this amazing bay. I think they're all but gone now. There's only maybe less than half a dozen in Scotland. Oh, there's some swallows in the wire there. That's the first swallows I've seen. That's a good sign. It's just the start of May. It's nice to see them. But few and few. I mean, there's two. There's normally, like 10 years ago, there'd have been thousands. They're so few and far between now, the swallows. So I just want to capture a wee bit of history here. Here's an old International 475, which is a beauty. You probably wouldn't be long in starting this thing. It's a cracker. Here's just, there's obviously a wee walk through here for the getting to the bay and stuff. It's a beautiful bit of beach. There's the crates. There's an old Evinrude here. Hi, how you doing? An old Evinrude engine. An old 25. It's a cracker, look. Just lying here. Obviously it's in an area where there's very little crime or theft, thankfully. There are still some pockets in Scotland where stuff's relatively safe. Yep. I hear some bumblebees. Probably a nest. A hive. I love looking at old stuff. Probably gather that. This would have been used to bring the crates up from the foreshore to process the salmon and stuff and get them. This is a great hull. It's a little bit like an Orkney, but it's let me see who it is that's made it. The ship boat builders. It's a cracker. Original gel coat. It's got an inboard engine, an outboard clips to the back of the engine. This has actually been cut away for an inboard engine. It's just a different kind of design. It's a lovely boat, that, really lovely boat. Yep, it's been cut away quite crudely, sadly. You could repair it, but it's quite crude to do that to a boat that has actually been designed, I think. Well, maybe not, because I don't see a transom plate. No, I don't actually see a transom plate. I'm going to take that back. I think it's actually designed to be like this. Or it's an add-on, because... No, it's an add-on. I'm right. I should have known. I don't mean I should have known I was right. I just know my boats. I've had enough of them. So here's your plug, and here's your transom plate. So this is actually technically an add-on. You can see where it's been bonded. I was right there. That's an add-on. Which means this is not original gel coat. It's actually been painted over. You can see the rivets. It's quite crudely constructed. Filler. It's cut round the edges. Yeah, that's an add-on. This boat's been... it's nice, right enough. See, it's hard to tell because, no, do you know something? I'm wrong, and I'm happy to admit I'm wrong. The more I look at that boat, the more that gel coat makes me think it's original. Plus, it's got the build plate here, look. Right? It's got a marine boat builder's plate. This is original. I'm trying to convince myself that what I see is wrong. And although it looks fairly crude from here back, this is an inboard. It is an inboard. It's an inboard design. It's just slightly unorthodox to my eye because I'm so looking at straight flat transoms. It's a cracker of a boat. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love anything nautical. Anything to do with boats. I'm your man. I can't get enough of them. Look at that beautiful nose piece. Fantastic. The cleats. 3 up, which means 3 seats. Get a little stowaway here. Oh, there's an little original piece. That's probably an oar lock or something. There's your maker's build. You get your little, these are always designed to lift, these seats. It's a beautiful boat, really, really lovely boat. I bet you it's got a great drift. I bet you it planes really lovely. It's got quite a high kind of, it's quite high in the gunwales, or the gunnels for short. It's beautiful. I love looking at old kit. What else have we got? So these, right, this contraption here, let me see if anyone can guess what this would be for. Right, now it's quite crudely constructed, but it's solid. Now, I believe this would be to hang the nets on. So the guys walk the sticks out. There's sticks out in that stick up out the sand. They're 100 years old. They dig them out of the sand when the tide's out. They lay the nets once or twice a day on the high tide, and the salmon come along the shore and get captured. And way back to the 1800s, this was a thing, and the salmon industry here used to produce 80 or 90,000 salmon a year down to the London markets. Truly incredible numbers. As I say, the shoremen are all but gone now. And if any are left, they will be old men. But there is a few round that bay. They're not here, but there's a few round that bay. So what was I saying there? Yeah, so this stuff here, this will be to hang the nets on. I'm quite sure of it. They'll winch the nets up, hang them, and they'll hang them for repair, to dry them, you know, to re-rope them and stuff, and re-knit them, just to make. And up here, I'm going to come through. I think I found a smokehouse. Could be wrong, but I just seen a chimney. Let me walk. I've got literally my bare feet. These are little boat socks, so I'm literally in my bare feet like a wild man. That's a smokehouse, or it's a little sit house, but they're probably smoking fish in there. Oh, this place is awesome. What have I discovered here? I'm so nosy, I can't help myself. Now I need to go and find it. Yeah, this is somebody's little beautiful summer house. Barbecue chimney. Gorgeous little spot, absolutely beautiful. Wow. I just love this. This is fantastic. What a beautiful area, all the little huts. Beautiful house over here, stunning. There's a kind of natural seawall there. The sand dune seawall, and then you've got the greenhouses and stuff. I'd imagine there'll be beehives and stuff around here, and some fruit. This person knows what they're doing. I'd love to stay here. I don't want to zoom into MD's property, but I won't go near MD's property, but there's an absolutely incredible house just over there 100 metres away. However, unless invited, I'll not approach it. As I say, I've got these little neoprene socks on. So I'll probably get a scale, but who cares? What a great spot to sit. You're kind of protected behind a natural seawall here. And you've got this beautiful, incredible bay, which today has been, I would say it's been busy, but when I say busy, I mean less than 50 people have came today. This is from the war, guys, right? This is from the war. There's the way in, and this would have been the shore protection. A sentry would be in there, and you can see in and see the brickwork and stuff. And that would be to spot ships. There's obviously sentry holes all the way around it. Quite amazing, really. Quite incredible. There's a little way in. There's a little stile here, so I'll climb it. And we'll have a gander. Yep. Beautiful. Look. There we go. Check that out. Wow. Amazing little place. Little swallows' nests all the way around the walls. I'm not going to go in because it's dark and I'm feared. But there could be broken glass, although I don't see any sign of it. It's just really, I'm just not going to bother going in and walking around. I might come back with a head torch, but aye, amazing construction. And to think it's, you know, from the Second World War and that brickwork still looks the way it does. These things were built to last. They took heavy naval gunfire, I suppose. Quite incredible. Little birds' nests everywhere. Wow. Might camp in there a night. Beautiful, look at it, solid concrete slab. And then, get back over this fence. Love these beach paths. There's another hut along here we'll go and see, because this could be the hut where the salmon men sit, waiting for the tide to roll back. The ebb tide. And when they're waiting for it to roll back, they obviously sit. There's a bee. See it? Nice bee there, hunting for nectar, pollen, to commit its magic. Oh, there's a strange stone there. It's an anchor type stone, top piece. Couple of women in swimming there. That's who walked by us a minute ago and said hello. See them? Down for a dip. And yeah, the salmon smokers, the salmon netsmen would sit in these huts, and could be an RSPB hide, I'm not sure. What's it say? Spot on. The minute I saw these slats here, tells me it's a bird hide, Redcastle hide. Bob McCurley Memorial Hide, founder of Angus and Dundee Bird Club, 1997. Brilliant. And it's open, which is amazing. Look, there's people's stuff in it. There's probably, it's the swimmers. So here's the thing I trust, right? You just, obviously, I wouldn't nick anybody's stuff, but quite amazing this is. Let's see, here's a wee shelf. Look, wee hide shelf, see it? You see it? There's the windows. Just close that. These just open by a latch, and you can basically uplift it, sit with your binoculars and watch all the birds. There's poshards out there, there's all sorts, there's red-throated divers. This bit of the coast gets great grey shrikes and redback shrikes, which are migrants, they're vagrant birds. There's a little skatebook. I won't go in their personal belongings, but they've got their stuff here. This is an amazing wee hut, it's so clean. And here's the records for your sightings. Pencil bits and bobs are in there. Here's what you can see. I was talking about divers there. There's redneck grebe, crested grebes, kingfishers, lapwing, oystercatcher, so many birds. I've seen a lot of these, but there's some I've not seen. I caught a woodcock a month or two ago up north, side of the road. Yeah, amazing. There's the red-throated diver that I just mentioned, black-throated diver, the great northern diver. I've seen one in Scotland, but they're very, very rare. There's Bob there, top man Bob. Respect to you. I've been a bird watching fan my whole life. Oh, there's a little stone, look, I've got one in my pocket, in case you don't believe me. Right, there you go. So I'm going to leave my little stone there. Stones are energy. They carry energy. Here's the bird watching club. There you go. And there's the guys, the swimmers stuff, so we don't touch that. Here's that again, that opens out. Fantastic. And here's where I am, guys. Look, there I'm there in the map. And that's the area that I was showing you right here. That's that beautiful house I was telling you about. It's been slightly converted. This is an old picture, and it's now got an amazing kind of balcony on it. But the rest as it is. This is quite fantastic. I might camp in here. I might bring the mat and the sleeping bag and the binos. Beautiful, beautiful wee hut. I like the fact that it's open and it's to be enjoyed, and that's brilliant. I would actually volunteer and come and get a wee coat of paint for them. But it's very well maintained, but look at it. It's really well constructed. There you go. And look at the view, right? I mean, look at the view. You can understand the attraction for anybody, you know. Something special. That's been a man's life in all his spare time, sitting there documenting the various bird sightings and watching the decline of British birds, especially British seabirds. The decline's been immense. Another subject close to my heart. For those that don't know, I've got a very, very passionate interest in all things avian and wildlife in general, but British birds are in massive decline with change of habitat and netting on the continent. You know, a lot of the smaller birds like swallows and swifts and house martins and sand martins are considered delicacies in African countries and places like Egypt and stuff, which is really, really sad, because as they migrate here, they're up against everything from pylons, from radio wires to hawks to everything, and it's really, really, the decline's really immense. I think that's a bird watcher or a painter sitting over there, probably just capturing a little bit of nature. And this really is an incredible beach. One thing that you'll notice by this beach, guys, right? One thing that you'll notice is the massive lack of litter. It's incredible, right? That I can walk the entire length of this bay from away over here. I've walked all the way around, crossed this estuary. I swam through this estuary here, which is normally a small river. It was about chest deep. And I'm here on the other side. I'm walking all the way to that end, and I haven't seen a bit of litter. That is an absolute credit to this East Coast haven. The place is just out of this world. There's the swimmers coming out of their dip there. I'm standing here with the top off, don't want to scare them. So there we go, amazing. But it's quite an incredible place, it really is. And as I say, I'm going to walk these sand dunes now that you see here, and all the way around to this far point. There's a lot of seals and stuff lying the rocks over there, so I'm going to go and see if I can get among them and see if there's any out sunbathing or basking. There's you get porpoise along here, there's dolphin frequent this coast, and there'll be whales out there as well, some of the smaller whales, pilots, minke, stuff like that. But there is quite a few dolphin. They've made this kind of area their home. Stunning, stunning place, really, really beautiful. There are riptides out there just near the middle. They go left and right, so you've got to beware of riptides if you don't know what they are, but you can slightly see them form if you know what to look for. Always be wary of riptides in shallow shorelines and deeper shorelines, but they tend to form near estuaries and stuff, and they're fairly tricky to get out of if you get caught in one. But you just go left or right and you get backstrokes straight out them into the calmer, slacker water, and then head into the shore. There's always a way out. The thing is to keep your marbles. Always keep your calm. Don't waste a single bit of energy if you're ever caught like that. Well, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my walk and see what I can spot. I'm going to go among those sand dunes right up there and all the way around. But that's a wee bit of history with the salmon netsman. A real skill and a real tough way of life, but a very rewarding way of life, and a genuine part of Scottish, British history. And it's really, really sad that it's literally gone now and it'll be forgotten about, because people go into shops now, don't they? Everything's by convenience and nothing is by necessity anymore. So that's sad, but that is the end of, the history of this country. That's with those skill sets dying off, everything goes with them. I can turn my hand to a few of these skills. I've got over the years I've gathered the knowledge. So if I'm ever stuck, I know I could go out there and I could set a net out there, a couple of 100 metres, and I could catch fish. I know I could. I could long line, I can set line, I can do all of that. I can live off the land if I need to. Very, very easily. I won't be stuck. Some will, but I won't. Enjoy your day, guys.